Hello, everybody. Nice to be here again. I'm very happy about that. And I don't know if I have to introduce me again or everybody knows who I am.
No, you can do a brief introduction.
Brave,
For the new
okay.
folks.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. Matthias from Switzerland. And yeah, it's 1:30 in the morning now here. And I'm from the very south of Switzerland. I'm the only professional wood turner in this area. Wood turning since '84, and you remember last time we made something more technical. We made a perfect freehand sphere together. This time I would like to do I prefer to do something a little bit more um, artistic. And sorry, I had this, where it is? Burl. I have this burl. This is a maple burl, and it was a very interesting one because it's a twin burl with two nearly identical parts. Um, and so I decided to cut them in two halves, and this is one. I prepared it before, and I will do a second one with you now. This is a vase. It is not hollowed completely because we don't have time to do that. So I didn't do it also for this one. Um, and I made a second one because I want to gild the rim and all these parts here.
Nice.
We have also some spot here and here, and I will gild that. But to gild, I have to lacquer it before, and the lacquer wouldn't dry. So I made this one. I will do a similar one this evening, but for the gilding process, I will take this one I made yesterday.
Nice.
That's a plan for today. Um, we will have time during the drying process of the dye always to answer questions.
Okay.
Um, and I prepared also something else just to show you where I am. So this
Nice.
is
There we go.
this is Switzerland, and you can see Italy under Switzerland, and then now this is only Switzerland, and the Italy starts under this kind of, I don't know how to call it, this kind of wooden leg of a pirate. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yes.
And on the most south part, you can see a lake, and that's where I am.
Oh,
Just to
okay.
tell you where you can find me if one day you come in Switzerland in holidays. um, yeah, back to that. So
Very
uh,
cool.
just just little information, more information about me.
Very
Okay,
good.
if it's okay for you, I will start.
Yeah, yeah. Let's go ahead and spin it up.
Okay, I already have the piece of with the burl on the lathe. So, oh no, I have one more picture to show you because of this burl. Because no, not that. Sorry, this one. So this is not a natural burl, but it is a man-created pearl. It's in this case in the picture you can see a London plane or sycamore, but the one I have on the lathe, it's the same kind. So it is a pearl created by every year's cutting every branch, and then on the top of the big branches these burls are forming or creating themselves. So you can see here all these spots are cut branches, and then they are overwhelmed again by the wood, and then new branches are cut, and every year the tree is trying to close these injuries, and that's how this burl is or has been or has grown, and so this is not a natural burl or an excrescence or how it is called, but it is a man-created burl. Thank you to the guys who every year cut these branches.
Yes, right. Endless supply.
Yeah, because very often people says, "Oh, that's so sad seeing these trees naked in the winter," and but I'm happy about these trees and happy about the people who brings me these pieces. Already today, a friend of mine, a student of mine, he called me to tell me that he has a London plane. He has the possibility to have a lot of these pearls from a London plane, and he asked me if I want. Yeah, of course I do. Of
Right.
course. Okay, let's start with this. This piece doesn't have any grain direction. So you don't have to bother about end grain or cross grain or whatever. Just turn how you're comfortable with this piece, really. But the important part by turning these pieces is well, every time, of course, but especially with these pieces is wearing a face shield, because you never know, there are loose parts, loose pieces of bark or stuff like this. So it's really important, not only protection glasses or safety glasses, but a face shield. Probably the sound will be a little bit bad with that, but it has to be.
It'll be fine. Zoom will muffle to most of it. It'll be,
Okay.
yep.
um, for turning these pieces, I use bowl gouge, not a roughing gouge, because I have a lot of cross grain spots. So I prefer turning that with a ball gouge. This is a ball gouge with a winged shape. That's the one I prefer to turn these pieces. But up, down, up or down doesn't really matter because I have over everything. So, and can cross grain, everything. Down with the speed and then slowly, no, this is the wrong direction. Slowly speed up, and I prefer quite a high speed, not too much, obviously, but I prefer quite a high speed because uh, I have all these spots without wood and spots with wood, and so it's easier to turn with a little bit a high speed. You feel less bouncing, and yeah, I agree absolutely with the no glove um, fact. Yes, it would be nice having a protection here for my hand because these shavings fly with a quite a good speed, and so you can feel that it would be nice to protect your hand, but don't do it. Just two wrapping cuts. And then we have a look, and you can see, I changed the camera for that. You can already see this will be very, very interesting. Now you can see there is a lot of tear out because this was just roughing. But as I said, there are that many grain directions that you will always have tear out in these pieces here. You can do better with the with cleaner cuts later, but we will always have tear outs in these pieces here. I will create a tenon on this part. It would be a little bit more comfortable creating a tenon on this part, uh, but I had a better, flatter spot here on the bottom for my um, drive center. So I will um, create a tenon on this part here. The tenon will be 82 mils because I know my jack fits perfectly for 82. Still too big. Okay, we are close. And the last cut I will do with a spindle gouge. No, this is not the spindle gouge. This is the spindle gouge. I'll try. Oh, I have to. There is too much. You can see here too much bark. So I have to bring the tenon a little bit more to the right. I'll do that with the spindle gouge, so I can really create a clean tenon. It's a little bit too long now, the tenon for my jack, but that should be perfect. Let me just check the diameter. Okay, it's a little bit small. I have to check if that works. Let me check if the tenon fits on my jack.
Okay.
It is a little bit small.
No problem.
But should work. Yes, it's okay.
Sounds good.
So that's you know, I prefer creating very precise tenons because when the chuck is closed or close to closed completely, it is really it fits 360 degrees on the wood. So I try always to do it 82, 81, 82 mils. So this one is probably 80, but it is okay. It works. Okay. And now I can start to give a shape to this piece. I will try to do something similar to this one, but there is always also the piece of wood dictating a little bit the shape. We'll see. if you want, I can change camera. I have also this one. Let me know. But I think for the moment, this camera would be good.
Yeah,
But
I think the overhead
just,
is good for now.
yeah, I think so. Just tell me when you prefer that I change camera.
Okay.
Okay, I removed face shield before, but now it's on again. And I can also speed up a little bit more. This is about 850 RPMs now. And you see, I work mostly like um, I used to work on cross grain and not on end grain or on end grain or spindle working. Um, we will see a little bit later if we have to change direction. We will see the tear outs. But what I see here, I have end grain and cross grain, cross grain, cross grain here. Here is a little bit more like spindle, but not that much. All these branches. So there is really everything you can imagine. And for the moment, I go ahead pretending it is cross grain. Okay, this is a first idea of a shape, but now I have to check all these spots here to see what I really can do and what I can't. Uh, that's not too bad. I have a huge spot of included bark here, so probably it's better to um, reduce a little bit the diameter here, but I want it when it is hollowed to have also um, some hole in. I don't want it um, complete. I want it with some um, uh, open part. Um, so I don't want to eliminate all this these included bark spots or hole spots. Um, I wanted to say something uh, about it, but now I forgot. Doesn't matter. When I remember, I will say it. Oh yeah, that's it. I will change camera now for a moment so you can see the position of the gouge for the last cuts. I will do a kind of slicing cut. So with the handle very low and not with the tip of the gouge, but with the wing of the gouge, but always with the bevel in contact. And this should give me a better finish. You can see also the shavings. That's a clear demonstration of a better finish. And one more thing you can see here, the handle, not only it is very, very low, but it's always in contact. So I don't move my hand or I don't move the gouge, but I move my whole body. We can try to change a little bit more so you can see better. The handle of the gouge is on my body, and when I move my whole body. That gives you much, much better tool control. Okay, now it is here. Change camera, you can see that with the overhead, it is a little bit too heavy here, and also here I would like to have a little bit a more elegant shape. And probably also I will go a little bit down here. A little bit more. I have seen before on the chat that someone asked if it is wet wood. No, it is dry. Drier you can't. It would be much easier with wet wood, but it isn't wet. I got these pearls. Oh, yeah, it's a maple. I told you it's not sycamore, but it is a maple burl, and there's a sugar maple. Sugar maple is not native here, but on the lake where people on Sundays, no, or on the evenings walks, we have a lot of these trees, and sometimes they have to cut them. Hooray, hooray. here is a little bump. And also here, but here it's a little bit more difficult. I think that this is not too bad as shape.
Yeah, it looks good.
And I don't know if you can see that well, but now why do I color these pieces? A lot of people says, that's so nice without the colors. But you can see all these cut branches when they are closed or reclosed by the tree, by the wood. So the wood to grow over these cut branches, it has to create his way. There is already wood on these branches, on the side of these branches, and so it has to push a little bit there and a little bit here, and then when it is on the other side of the cut branch, there is a lot of space, and so the wood is less compressed, and on the side of these branches, the wood is more compressed, and so we have compressed fibers and less compressed fibers, and you can see these spots. I don't know how well you can see that, but here and here you can see all these, or here also you can see that very well, all these zones with all these different densities of the wood, and that's what I want to use for reaching this effect of depth with the color. So coloring to enhance. Yeah, of course, I have created a colored piece, but not only, I enhanced also all these spots. You can see them, but barely. And when you work with colors, you really enhance the spots like here or yeah, everywhere.
Yeah, it takes
So
it to another level.
yeah, I think so. It's it just enhances what is inside in these pieces.
Right.
Okay, let's do also a little bit of hollowing, but not too much, because it would take us too much time to hollow this together, but I would like to show you how I do. Is there some questions in the meantime?
No, okay. At the moment, floor is open for those that have any questions. Just be courteous. Don't step on somebody when they're talking.
I will switch the head a little bit, and that means that I have to change also the camera. But with this or with this camera, you can see very well.
Matthias,
Okay.
what's the overall length of the vessel? What is it, about 8 inches, 20 cm, or?
It is 20, exactly 20.
Good eye,
Yes.
good eye.
Yeah, really. And the diameter is 15. Sorry, I have to. I switch off the microphone for a moment. I have to blow my.
8 inches, Brenda.
Okay. Other questions?
No,
Yeah.
not at the time.
Yeah. So you have to do the change from centimeters to inches, please. And before hollowing, I will bore a hole, um, and I do that with this with this here. It is called. I can only translate that directly from German. It is called a spoon drill. I
Yep,
don't know
that's
if.
correct. Yep, spoon bow.
Oh, okay.
Spoon.
Okay.
Yep.
I find it very, very comfortable to create these holes that creates me the depth, so I don't have always to check, have I arrived on the right depth and so on. And it is very quick, because if I have to drill that with my tailstock, uh, that takes me a while, because I have always to discharge the drill and bring out the shavings, and so I don't love that. Before drilling the hole with this spoon drill, I create an entrance with a spindle gouge, and it's really not very different if you don't have a spoon drill, but you have an old short spindle gouge, 16 mil spindle gouge, for example. You can um, you can weld a bar on this and create your own spoon drill with an old spindle gouge. That works very well. So I will start with this. Um, I don't have here a spindle gouge, but attention. Sometimes there are spindle gouges, especially the cheap ones. They are larger on the side, and the cutting part, or the cutter, doesn't go on the total um, measure of your gouge. So the gouge is larger than the cutting part, the tip of the gouge. So you can't drill with them, because they cut a smaller hole than it needs for the gouge. But this one is good. It's exactly the largest part is exactly on the rim here
The outside
of the
diameter.
gouge. So yeah, so this one works very well without overheating. I would not like to do the whole hole with this one, because it would overheat. But this one has really, it is slightly conical, so the cutting part is always larger than the rest of
The shank.
the bar, and so it will never overheat. And to create the entrance of our hole, we just place us in the center, and then you push straight, and the entrance is created. And then I go ahead. I have to check the depth before, and I put a piece of tape on the place of the depth, and now I can go. There is some rotten spot inside, and this hole in this piece will never be perfectly centered. It will always wobble a little bit because inside I already met a slightly rotten spot, and our drill takes the easiest way. So where the wood is a little bit less hard, our drill goes easily there, and then it will wobble a little bit. Perhaps you can already see that it wobbles a little bit, but that's not a problem after for hollowing. And then you have to discharge, yes. And it's good practice to spit on your hand.
Yeah.
A little bit more, and then there we are. So that's much quicker, faster than with the tailstock and the drill. And that's my preferred method. Yes, exactly. Okay, now for hollowing, my preferred hollowing tool is this one. This is the Woodcut Proform Hollower. And another good method is also you may know probably the Easy Wood. No, Easy Wood.
Easy Wood tools.
That's kind of Easy Wood with carbide tip. Works very well too.
That's the number one hollower.
Sorry?
That's the number one hollower.
This one.
Correct.
Okay. And that works very well, and it's quite quick, and it gives quite a good finish too. But I prefer this one. It's faster. And then at the end, I can do a last cut with this one because it gives a better finish. And it works well until 18 centimeters of depth. So for this one, it would be, it will be good. I won't hollow this completely. I will do that then later because it's very boring for you watching me hollowing or watching everybody hollowing. The same movement I do with the Proform. So the hollower is under my arm, you can see that it is on my body, and also here my body moves. I'm a little bit too low with the handle, the tail stock. My whole body moves, not the tool. I'm not moving the tool, but I'm moving the whole body. I love this because it's really fast.
Looks like it able to cut on the push and pull sliding stroke there. That's nice.
It's just what can I do to show you that? Let me try this. It's just uh bringing your whole weight from one foot to the other. My feet are large, and then I have the whole weight on this foot, and then I bring it to the other one, and that's just a movement. It's quite easy. Okay, that was just to show what I use and how I do it. And now we will go ahead with this piece with the coloring, because also drying, the colors drying takes a little bit of time. So it would take too much time to do the whole process here. That means that I swivel back my my headstock and also the camera, but I can also reuse now the head camera. Any question here?
Nothing yet.
Okay. I have to sand before going ahead with the colors, but I only sand with an 80 grit, and then I will put on the first coat of stain. Why that? I want the first coat of stain. I want it to penetrate the most possibly the deepest possible. Yeah, you know what I mean. I hope. I want it to penetrate very well, and so I want to let the grain quite open for the first coat of color. And I sand that with a power sander. I have this one, and for doing that, this is a 400 grit, not what I need. This is an 80 grit, and I will put my lathe in reverse mode. I'm much more comfortable sanding in reverse mode because I always have to exit my sandpaper. If I would work like this and in the normal mode of the lathe, I would enter my sanding paper here, and where I have these bark spots and so on, it would hook on my sandpaper, and loop it away, and then I'm not quick enough, and I would destroy my hooks here. So I could work down here to work to exit my sandpaper, but I'm not comfortable working here. I have always a little bit the problem of my elbows, and this is less comfortable and would create me problems with my elbows. When I work like this, I have the machine on my body and my elbow is discharged, and so I'm much more comfortable, and I will work like this. And obviously, I will work with a dust mask.
Comes in. We saw this as an opportunity to enhance.
We got a live mic. Thank you. We're good now, Matthias.
Sorry?
Oh, we're good. We had a live mic. We got it muted.
Okay. I will use this mask here. Face camera. This is a powered face mask. I will use this one. So
Yep.
more noise in the microphone. Sorry for this. But I think I tried, and I think you can understand what I say, even with this noise.
No sound at all.
Change your camera angle.
Oh, sorry. So I have still some tear out here and here, so I have to sand a little bit more also here, but probably I will do that with the lathe switched off. You understand me?
Oh, yes, you come through clear.
Okay, perfect. And now I told you that I put the lathe in reverse mode. Yeah, I do it. But here I have a problem. When I'm in reverse and my machine, my power sander turns in this direction, we go parallel. So the lathe goes in this, and also the power sander goes in this direction. So they work in parallel, and it doesn't sound very well. I hope you understand what I mean.
Yes.
Okay, so for this part where I can't work on 12 o'clock, because you have seen I worked on 12 o'clock on the whole piece here, but here I can't. So I have to work on 9 o'clock, but that would not stand very well. So for this little part here, I have to change direction of the lathe in normal mode, and then the lathe turns in this direction and the sanding pad in this direction, and it sands. You see, I can do everything like this. It's not really a problem, but I'm less comfortable. So I prefer sanding this part in reverse mode. I have still some tear out here, and I will sand that with the lathe switched off, because when I give some pressure in this zone, I always have wood, no wood, and then I fall down and doesn't work very well. So I will do that with the lathe switched off, but when I sand with the lathe switched off, I use a soft pad to not create some flat spots. Okay, and okay, that's it. Out, no more strange spots. Yeah, that's great. We can start with the first coat of colors. You know, with which color I will start?
Dark color first.
Dark, yes, black. Black. I will start with black, and let's talk just for no. I will. Where's my black? Oh, here. Yeah. I will put on a first coat, and then we can talk while it is drying.
Do you still have your microphone headset on?
Yes, I do. Oh,
there we go.
Yeah, the the mic was behind. Sorry. Okay, that's black. I will change camera.
And Matthias,
no.
what kind of dyes will you be using?
I'll talk about after.
Okay. Okay.
While it is drying, we have time to talk about that. Okay. And I charge quite a lot of dye because I wanted to penetrate very, very well, because this first coat, this one gives us the optical depth of the whole piece. So the first coat is very, very important for the final result. You may have noticed that I didn't that I already had a black brush. I never wash my brushes. And I just have a brush for every color. So okay, that's it. Now we can talk about brushes and about kind or types of dyes. I will change the camera so you can watch the piece drying. That's very interesting. And I have also a
Heat gun.
Heat gun, yes, and I have created and lost a stand for my heat gun. Oh, here it is. It was for another one, so it's not really perfect, but oh, it works. And I will switch off on the lathe a little, just slow. Okay, now I have here, this is the camera. This is chestnut spirit stain. I use this one today because it is the quickest to dry, because it's spirit stain, not water-based, but it really doesn't matter. Use what you can have from your supplier. Use what you're comfortable with. And most important for me also is use the product that gives you the color you want. Chestnut spirit stain has, I think, 9 colors. The yellow, for example, is very, very, very yellow, like I don't know. So not a warm, a cold yellow. So perhaps that's what I mean. It works well for blending, but as yellow, it is really not a very nice yellow. The red of the chestnut spirit stain, same thing. It is super red. It's very very fire red, but it's not a nice warm red. So if you want a warmer color, you have to change product. Another one that I use very often is Hampshire intrinsic. These colors are very warm. The yellow is a warm yellow. I love it very much. And flame, for example, the red is a fire red, but warmer than the spirit stains. And a third one I use very often is Revivo. This one you will may have some troubles having it in the States. It's from Slovenia, the provider, and this this one has two colors I love very much: crimson and this turquoise that we will use later. These are water-based, so Hempshire and Revivo are water-based, and the chestnut is alcohol-based, but it doesn't matter. Both work very well technically, so choose your color for other reasons, not for this reason. Okay, yeah, I think now here I really used the chestnut black because it's dry now.
Okay.
Because it's much quicker to dry.
Matthias, can you
Yes.
use it, or have the alcohol-based dye and then come over it with water-based dye with no issues?
No issues.
issues.
The only thing you can't do, but I think that's obvious, you can't use them to blend together because it's another base.
Different
But
property.
you can use it once cured. We will do that today because I will use the turquoise at the end. So we will use twice the chestnut spirit stain, and at the end we will use one coat of the water-based one. No problem.
Matthias, what about two different brands of water-based?
No problem. I can also blend the Revivo with the Hampshire Sheen. That works.
Okay.
And when I say blend, the most blending I do is on the piece. It's not in a jar.
Right.
I don't change colors. I blend on the piece. I won't do that today, but that's one thing I do very often. I start perhaps on the bottom with green and come from the top with yellow, and in the middle they will blend, and you have to work humid. The one you start with shouldn't cure before you arrive with the other one from the top. They have to be still wet to blend, and the most blending I do is on the piece. Later I can show you a piece when we have still time. I can show you a piece. I have to take that in another place, but we'll see. Okay. Now I have to send again, and I will continue with 120 and also 180 and also 240, and then we will go ahead with the colors. That's sorry, a little bit boring for a moment, but that's
no, this is perfect.
What we have to do. So I put on my mask again, and sorry for the noise also.
No, it's all good, Matthias. There's zero noise.
It starts now, but it's not that bad, I think. Okay, 120. Let's talk about sanding paper too. I can do that while sanding. Sanding paper has to cut. So don't speculate on the sanding paper. When it doesn't cut anymore, throw it away. Take a new one. Don't
don't use sanding paper that doesn't cut anymore or not very well. The piece of wood has not to become glossy with the sanding paper. Also, when we use 400 grit, the piece of wood has to turn matte with the sanding paper. It's very important. Don't speculate with the sanding paper. Changing direction for the bottom part. And then one question people ask me very often by when I sand the colored pieces, how much have I to sand? When have I to stop sanding? That's super easy. It's much easier than every other piece of wood because when we colored the piece, when we dyed this piece, we also colored the scratches of the 80 grit. So you can see here very well the colored scratches, and until you can see the colored scratches, you have to sand more. That's super simple. But it's like sanding every other piece. The 80 grit has to clean, or the first grit, the grit you start with, has to clean the piece, and the next grit has to clean the scratches of the grit before. That's it. Nothing else. I have still some scratches here. I'm not sure if you can see them. I can, and they have to disappear. Here is okay. This could be a little bit better here, and especially here, I still have some really bad scratch. Um, And now you can also see the first idea of the black color. The black color as a first color or a very dark color could also be a dark blue or something similar. But the first color has to be black, dark, and has to penetrate well, and this gives us the optical depth of our finished piece. Next step is 180. Changing direction for the bottom part. and 240. I don't control, I trust. No, I should control. It would be better, but I'm quite sure that that's okay. I'm changing direction again. Okay.
My next step is green. And I still use the spirit stain green, and I have to clean my, okay. Spirit stain green and my green brush. I show you something. These are my brushes. All my brushes. Green. Okay, the green color has to dry, so it's time for questions again. Do you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Matthias, there was a question on the type of sandpaper that you use.
Yes. Cheap one. Cheap one. Because I really didn't. I tried a lot, and I didn't see a huge difference between expensive sandpaper and cheaper ones. So I use what I find. It's not a brand. It's just uh, bulk stuff.
Matthias, if you don't clean your brushes, how do you store them between uses?
Sorry, about the brushes, I didn't understand everything. I don't clean the brushes because they don't get hard. It's just color and a little bit of, oh yeah, that's one thing. One interesting thing. I tried also these powder dyes. You can this I don't know if you have them. I imagine you have them. These powders you can put in water or in cellulose thinner or in alcohol, and then use as a dye. they don't work really well for what we are doing here, because they are too liquid. In the spirit stain, chestnut spirit stain, for example, there is a small part of shellac, shellac, and that makes that I have a little bit of time to distribute the color. With the others, when I go here with my brush, it makes and the color is in. And where I started, I have always more color than in other spots. And when I sand it back, you don't see that while coloring. But when you sand back, you can see where you started with your brush, because it felt in the wood. So these stains I told, for example, these already prepared stains, they always have a small part of whatever, but it thickens a little bit the color. In this case, it's shellac. On the water-based is not shellac, but I don't know what it is, and that gives me time to blend and to distribute well the colors. But to turn back on your question, if I understood well, the question was if they don't get hard. No, they don't, because it's just color and a thinner and a little bit of shellac, for example. So when a brush is a little bit hard like this one, I just make like this and it is smooth again. Was that the question?
Yes, I believe that covers it fully.
Okay,
Yes.
thanks.
One more question. Do you use the same green brush for water as you do for a spirit stain?
Yes, that works very well. No problem.
Thanks, Billy.
I give it a little bit of so we have still about 2 minutes for question or yes, for some
Open mic.
yeah, exactly. It dries quick, but you can see my hand is a little bit green now, so it's not completely dried. And when I have time, I prefer let it dry longer, because during the demos, especially, sometimes I let it dry on the outside and then I restart. And when the piece is spinning, a little bit of color that is inside in the wood, it is not completely dried, and it blows out, and then I have some little dot of color I didn't want, but that's really especially during the demos, when I don't have enough time to let it cure completely. When I do this in my shop, I have more lathes. I have a second place. This one is only the place with the big lathe and with all this video stuff and so on. And I have a second place. There is my wood turning school, and I have there normally about 5 lathes. So while it is drying without the heat gun, I go there, I do my stuff there, and 1 hour later I come back and go ahead with my piece. So I don't force it to dry normally. Also because there was a question in the beginning about the wood, if it is dry or wet. You can do the same thing on wet wood. It works. The color tends to penetrate a little bit less, but the final effect is quite the same. So you can do that also with wet, not fresh cut yesterday, but with not dry wood. You can do that, and but it takes much more to dry for the colors. Doesn't matter. I go there, and you shouldn't force a wet piece with the heat gun. You shouldn't force the drying process with the heat gun when you use a wet wood or a green wood, because it would, during your work, it would deform completely, and then it is very hard to sand. Okay, I think we can go ahead, and this was 240. So we have still 320 and 400 to do.
I
And
know
then
you've already answered this question. I just wanted to confirm, were you were telling us which brands of color you were using. Was this intrinsic green that you're using at the moment?
no, it's still. I had the intrinsic green in my hand, but I don't like very much this green.
Oh,
It is
okay.
I call it military green, so I don't like it very much. It's not a bright green, and I want to go over this green with my turquoise, and over the intrinsic green, it would be less brilliant.
Right. So what
So,
brand was this? Because that's just a gorgeous green.
sorry?
So which green was this? Because this is just a
This
gorgeous
is the
green.
chestnut green.
Chestnut.
This is
Okay,
yeah,
chestnut green.
chestnut spirit stain green is this one, and this is a very nice green. So that's what
Yeah.
I meant before. I choose my colors not by brand but by color.
Ah, great. It's beautiful. I love that color.
Yeah, this is a very nice green, really, and you can blend it also with yellow. The piece I will bring later to show, it is colored first coat of green, complete green like this, and then the last coat is with green from the bottom and with yellow from the top, and it blends really well. But this green is good to use by himself, but blending with this one, it is ugly.
Okay. Thank you.
Do you ever use
You're
your
welcome.
dust extractor when you're sanding?
I would use it when I would be alone, but it makes so much noise that for the moment I only use my mask, but not the dust extraction. Too noisy. And I also have to say that it is not very effective. I'm not that happy with this one.
But I have a space issue, so I don't have more space for a better dust extraction. Oops. Doesn't. Now it started. Okay. This is 320. The side effect of this little part of shellac in the die is that it clogs a little bit the sanding paper, but we need this little part of shellac, so it is like it is. Okay, now we can also see with the head camera, we can see that now we have still some uncolored spot, and that makes a second layer of depth. We have the black spots, we have the green spots, and now we have some uncolored spot that we will color after with this turquoise color. But before doing that, we have to sand with the 400, and that's the last crit, I promise. Okay, here we are. I will blow away a little bit the dust. And now we can use the last color. And then we switch to the other piece I turned yesterday. This is a color that no other provider has, and I love it very, very much. And with the green under, it blends slightly, and it turns even more deep sea color, or no, Caribbean beach color or something like this. I really love this color.
Yeah, it looks good.
Absolutely.
Okay. Next step would be sanding sealer and lacquer. So this piece is made with the same process. And it has 2 layers of sanding sealer on and 4 layers of spray, lacquer spray, glossy lacquer spray. You can see the glossy spray enhances even more the depth, the optical depth, and that's what I am always looking for, that it is this depth. And now I will change the pieces, and we will do some gilding too.
All right.
Let me just
Was that intrinsic turquoise?
no, this is Revivo. This is a provider from Slovenia, and the homepage is revivo.se. revivo.si. Let me just. It is a small provider, and it's very comfortable for me because he's a nice guy and he's close. Slovenia is not very far from here, and I meet him often. Okay, I have it in the chat, the homepage. You can have a look. It is in Slovenian language, but also in English, because I also don't speak Slovenian. Okay.
Matthias, what kind of sanding sealer did you use?
I can show you the one I use. I can show you what I not this one. Okay. Sanding sealer is the chestnut spirit stain one.
Okay.
Um,
Cellulose sanding sealer.
Sorry? Cellulose, yes, cellulose sanding sealer. I prefer this one, yeah. And the gloss lacquer is the Hampshire Shin clear gloss lacquer. Also here, I don't use only one provider. I prefer products, not providers. So generally, I really love very much most of the Hampshire Shin products, but the sanding sealer, I prefer the chestnut one. Okay, now second is why gilding? It is very nice. It is already very nice. So why gilding? The problem is with the colors. Sorry for a moment. Okay. The problem of the colors is, for example, here I have bark inclusion, and I'm not able to color this piece without coming with the color also on this bark inclusion or inside of these gaps, and also here on the bark, and it is not very nice like this. Maybe someone else has the patience to color all these
Inclusions.
delimitations without coloring the inclusions, but I don't have the patience to do that, and not the ability to do that. Also because the dye also always goes a little bit inside, and so my solution for this problem is gilding. I have a gilding. I started with gold leaves, but the problem of the gold leaves is that when I apply the size, the gold glue or the gilding size, and then I bring on the gold leaves, they stick here and here, and then they break, and on the bottom of my inclusion, for example, I don't reach the bottom with the gold leaves. So I found these gold powders, and they are fantastic. With these, I can really reach every spot, every valley of my inclusions. But before doing that, well, first of all, it's not gold. It's fake. I have gold. I do. This one here is real gold.
Nice.
It is, yes. But this is the same, but fake, and you can see it is a little bit less brilliant.
Yeah.
But
we won't tell anyone.
Thank you very much.
We'll cut that part out of the video.
So before starting with our gold powders, and there is not only this gold powder, but there is also, for example, antique gold. This is very nice too, and we can always choose which kind of gold we want to use for our. This one is Renaissance gold. This one is also very nice. So really, we can play with, we can choose which kind of gold fits very well with what we would like to do with the color we have, with the client's wishes also, of course. This is copper dust. Can be very nice with other colors. With this one, I don't like it very much. There is also silver and other stuff. So, but before starting with that, we have to apply our gold glue or a gilding size, or there are different names for that. And let's do it with this little inclusion here and here and here, and then it's enough for today. So that's really very easy. We just have to apply this and trying to reach the whole bottom of our inclusion. Then we can take a kitchen towel. I have my kitchen towel here, and use a little bit of water just to clean. We are interested to have our glue inside, not on the surface, so we can clean a little bit the glue on the surface, and that maintains what is in the inside, and also here in this hole here, same thing, and here on the rim I just do some spot, and then we can see the result. And I clean it. So this glue is water-based. It's latex. I hope that's the right word for that. Latex, is it?
I believe so. Sounds close enough.
Latex, water based latex glue, and you can see it is white, and we can start to apply gold powder, and when we don't see it anymore. So it does not have to be white. It has to dry a little bit, and again we use the heat gun for that. And after this, pay attention with the heat gun here, because we already have the lacquer on. It could blister if we would heat it up too much. Attention. I use the gun only because to save a little bit of time. So. You can see here, it is already disappeared. So it is transparent. That means that it is dry. Here you can still see a little bit of white. Yeah, here you can see still a little bit of white. So it has to dry a little bit more. It has to be transparent before applying the gold powder. Okay. And then I have a very, very fluffy brush. And with this, I can go into the gold, and I just apply it like this. And where I have glue, it sticks. And if I have glue also on the surface, it sticks also there, but it doesn't matter. And I can blow that quickly, and you can see I cleaned the excess of glue, but there is still some glue in the surface. Now what I have to do is cleaning this excess of glue and of gold powder. And I do that with abrasive paste. You can use, for example, car polish for that. And that's why I lacquered it before applying the glue, the gold powder, because now I can just use a car polish, for example, to clean what is in surface, and everything that is inside won't be cleaned. So that's easy. I take a piece of kitchen towel, and I need the I use the wait. The Yorkshire grit abrasive paste, the white one, so the fine one, or super fine, microfine as it's called. I use this one, and I just take a little bit on my towel. And now it's very important. It must be distributed. If you have a mountain of paste on your towel, the paste goes in. It doesn't go in. So I really have to bring it inside of the towel and not on the towel, and then I can burnish or polish that. And now you can see.
Oh yeah.
I change camera, and that's a very, very quick method to gild your pieces. You can see now the gold is inside here and inside here, but it's not on the surface anymore. And at the end, I can use this also to polish, to burnish the lacquer a little bit, and it turns even more glossy than before, and enhances even more the depth of our piece.
That looks great.
Super fast. It's really super fast and super easy. When I think that I invested hours and hours and also money in gold leaf, and now I have a drawer full of gold leaves, and I don't know what to do with it because I have discovered this dusts, these powders, and I'm super happy with this.
Matthias, what's the gold dust powder called?
It's still Revivo, this one. So the one I put on no US delivery. Okay, I didn't know that. I don't know where you can find something similar in USA. I know in UK there is gold leaf supplies. They have a lot of stuff like this too, but in US I don't know.
Yeah, there's various stores, Michael's and Hobby Lobby, and various craft stores have gold metal flake for gilding.
Oh, okay. My very first try with fake gold was this one, and this is I bought this. Let me change the camera. I bought this in a shop for makeup. So it is gold glitter that women puts on the face.
Oh yeah.
Saturday evening. So I started with this. It works. It is less fine. It's a little bit coarser, but it works. It works very well, and you can find silver and gold and also colors, different things in these makeup shops. Give me 1 minute.
Okay.
I run to take the vase I told you.
So is the powder called mica powder?
No, mica powder is something else. Mica powder is an abrasive powder, I think. Let me just change camera. Okay. Mica powder is the powder you use to create abrasive paste by yourself. This powder here is just called metallic effect powders. They are called metallic effect powders. There is also, you may know that I have that somewhere. These are the chameleon pigments, the Tiny Turner, Emma Cook sells them, and they are very nice too. It's the same procedure with the glue, and then instead of gold, you have changing camera again. Instead of gold, you have these chameleon effect rims.
Wow.
They change color when you look inside from here or from here. They change color. Perhaps with the with this camera you can see that. Oh yeah, that's not bad. You can see that. So this is the one. This is black, chestnut black, chestnut green, and chestnut yellow. And
Wow.
I love this blending very much. So you can see it is darker on the bottom part, and then it turns more and more yellow to the top. And that works very well with the chestnut green, because as someone said before, it is a really brilliant green. So very, very nice. And this was, maybe I showed, this was also last time when I made the last demo. I don't remember.
Oh yeah.
I did, huh? I sold it
Beautiful.
yesterday. Now
Nice.
I have to adjust some little parts, but I sold it yesterday. I'm very, very happy about it.
Congrats.
Yeah, really. Okay. That's it. Yes.
Well, I have to say this is a world-class, outstanding demonstration that you did for us, Matthias.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful.
So, folks, if there is any questions that weren't answered, or if you've been holding on to your question to ask here at the conclusion, now is your time to ask Matthias on it.
Yes, of course.
Matthias, I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
When you talked about kind of blending the colors, like the yellow and the green on top and
Yes.
bottom, do you do that as two separate applications, and you only put like the green on the bottom half and let that dry, sand it, and then do the yellow, or do you do them kind of at the same time?
Yes, I do it at the same time.
Or how do you keep your brushes clean with the blending colors?
Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, right. You're right.
Okay.
That's when I have to clean my brushes.
That was the one thing when you were talking about it. I'm like, I wonder how the brushes work when you're mixing colors and stuff.
Yeah, you're right.
Just wanted to know how you were doing that.
When I blend, let me just change a little bit. No, doesn't go down more. So let me take the other camera. When I blend, of course, when I start with the green from the bottom and the yellow from the top, where it meets, the brushes are contaminated, and I have to clean them.
Okay, thank you.
The green works also without cleaning. But yellow doesn't. I have to clean the yellow brush. Yeah, absolutely. And I do one more thing. When I blend, I prefer blending with the water-based stains because they dry less quick. So I have more time. And before I use a clean brush with water. So in the blending zone, I put water on. So the wood is wet and I have more time and it blends better. It blends easier without cuts.
Do you typically do the blending on like the top layer or even kind of on the lower levels? Can you get blending and still kind of see the effect?
Usually no, you wouldn't see
just the top, right?
Much effect. So it's only the last layer I blend.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
So